Hello.
Hello.
So, what is your name?
Hello, I'm Celine. I'm from the Philippines and I'm working here in Thailand as an English teacher.
Okay. And I approached you because I saw your video on another YouTube channel and I thought it would be nice to do a follow-up with you. So now we are at the Lumpini Park. I have to find a little bit of shade, otherwise it's too bright. So how often you go to parks in Thailand?
I often come here because I do work out, I do exercise, I run after work. So it's like my normal routine after work. I come here running, exercise.
And how many days a week do you work? How many days a week do you work?
I work in weekdays.
In weekdays?
Uh-huh.
And what time do you have to get up when you have to go to work?
Like 6 in the morning and then finish at 5. And then after 5, I go straight here to the park to run.
And are you a morning person or an afternoon or evening person?
I think I'm a morning person because it's part of my routine as a teacher. I have to get up early. So even if I stayed late at night, it feels like my body urges me to wake up early.
And you think if you did not have a job, would you be maybe an afternoon person or wake up a bit later?
I think if I did not have a job at all, I would still be a morning person because I don't want to waste the day just spending hours in the room or in the house. So I want to make something that makes me feel progressive that day.
Okay, I see. Because you like to be productive, you like to do something with your time.
Productive day.
And besides exercising, what do you like to do in your free time?
My free time, I like to, of course, shopping.
Yeah?
Shopping if you have enough money. And what I like to do is to drive my motorbike.
Because you got a motorbike?
I got a motorbike.
How much did you pay for something like that in Bangkok?
Well, I paid for it for a year.
For a year? Like you rented or a year in advance?
A year in advance.
Okay, and how much was it? Do you remember?
Can't remember. I think it was like, that time was 4 years ago. I paid like 45,000 baht. Yeah.
And
I like driving a scooter.
I just want to ask you, you're not afraid to drive your scooter in Bangkok?
It was fun, but it's risky, of course. It's dangerous. Dangerous to drive here in Bangkok, especially in Bangkok. I've had like some accidents before where I slide while it was raining and when the road was so wet. So those were times that I had like accidents, but thank God I'm still alive and I had no major scratches. I had scars back when I was a kid. I like driving, driving bicycles.
Okay.
That's where I got those scars and I'm still good with it.
Celine, I want to ask you, you are a ladyboy?
Yeah, obviously.
I just want to ask, what do you think about the word ladyboy? Do you hate it? Do you prefer when people call you transgender? Or do you prefer if people just call you a lady? What is your idea about this?
In reality, I felt a bit offended by it because I wanted to recognize me. I want people to recognize me as a lady. However, I take it subjectively because, you know, I was still born as a man. But if that's the society how calls us, then I'm fine with it. However, I would be more happier if people would treat me like a woman, a girl, and call me she instead of him.
Does it happen sometimes that people call you a different pronouns?
Yeah, like some of my friends still calls me he, and I don't take it personally against them.
Okay.
But it would have been nicer if you would just tell me she.
So do you tell them up front or you just keep quiet?
No, I just keep quiet because, you know, we cannot please people.
So are you a non-confrontational person? Like if something bad happens, you just keep
Well,
quiet?
I try to be patient, but I'm more straightforward person. I'm more upfront person, especially when there's BS going on. I just
Okay.
have to call them out, and I don't care if you would get offended by it or not, but I still have to call you out when necessary, in a nice way, you know, in a nice way. But yeah, I think life would be more easier if we just have to talk about the problems in a nice way.
I understand. And how many years do you stay in Thailand right now?
I've been here working for like 9 years.
What is the biggest thing for you to adjust to while living in Thailand when you just came here?
The biggest adjustment that I had was probably transitioning again back to wearing clothes, man clothes, because when I came here, I had long hair, you know, I dressed like a girl, like a woman, and then all of a sudden I had to cut my hair
Why?
because it's it's the first thing that you have to do when you find a job as a transgender, as a ladyboy. There are no schools yet that are quite open about it that time.
Okay.
So I had to cut my hair and then buy stuff that I had to use to find a job, like sleeves and tie.
You had to go in a suit. You had to really had to dress
when I
manly.
was when I was looking for a job, my Filipino colleagues told me that it's okay. Thailand is very accepting when it comes to third gender. However, if you're going to work at school, then might as well you might have to be formal about it. It doesn't matter what gender you are, but at least when you're a teacher, you have to dress properly.
And how did that process go from having to dress like a man to actually dressing as you like?
Actually, it's a quite interesting phase of my career because I work in a Catholic school, and in the Philippines, if you are a teacher, it doesn't matter if you're a gender, as long as you know you follow the school policy, the dress coding. But here in Thailand, when I was in college, I remember there was this reality show. It's a reality show, and they featured Thailand. I had no idea about teaching Thailand that time, so I watched it while I was doing my project that night. While I was watching it, they featured Thailand, and they featured Filipina transgender ladyboys who works here as a teacher. And I was about to finish my degree that time. So,
What did you study?
bachelor's degree in elementary education as a teacher. So that night, that TV show called my attention because I want to be a teacher, and at the same time, I want to be the person that I really want to be without the fear of losing my job.
And you feel you could not do that in the Philippines?
Yeah, I couldn't do it in the Philippines. Although nowadays they're accepting about it, but very rare. Unlike here in Thailand. In Thailand, you'll see different transgenders who has a successful career. And I can say that I'm proud to be one of them because it's not gonna be easy for a third gender to have a stable job, a career where they can be free, they can be
Sure.
who they really are. So yeah, I watched this transgender who has a fiance, a German fiance that time, and it gave me motivation.
So that
She
gave you
became my
inspiration.
inspiration.
Wow, to come here
Yeah,
the first
to
time.
come here.
And you remember what year it was?
I think it was 2012 because I came here 2013. Yeah, it was 2012, and that night I told myself one day I'll be in Thailand and I'll be a teacher just like her.
And did a lot of things happen, like in the meantime, about like the culture, about prices going up in Thailand? Like, what is the biggest difference from when
I
you
think
first got here and now?
the biggest difference between Thailand and the Philippines is when it comes to culture. I prefer Thailand.
Yeah. How come?
Unlike in the Philippines it's a very religious country, Christianity, because of the Spanish influence. When it comes to our religion, we are still like living in 1950s, old traditions. That's why our country is always influenced by the religious sector.
Are you a religious person?
I'm not, but I have faith.
And what do you believe in exactly?
Well, I believe that every one of us as human being makes mistake, and what we should do is just to learn what's good and what's bad. And it doesn't matter if you pray, you go to church, you pray there. It doesn't matter because you can pray anywhere, anytime.
Well said. Are you dating someone at the moment?
At the moment, I'm taking a break from online dating because, everyone knows online dating is a crazy world where most of them just want something differently.
For example, like you just meet guys who just want to have sex?
Yeah, and I got a lot of messages too.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been taking a break for like more than a month now.
Mm-hmm.
And I still check it, but I don't go there often. Because, I'm kind of taking a break and detoxifying, recharging.
Because what are you looking for exactly?
Of course, I'm not getting younger anymore.
Because how old are you, if I may ask? I'm not gonna guess.
30 years old.
After 30 years old, okay.
Yeah, I'm 30 years old.
You're 30 years old.
Uh-huh.
Okay, still young. So what is the guy that you would find attractive if you could choose?
I mean, physically.
Physically, yeah. Let's start with physically.
I like blonde guys.
Blonde guys, yeah. Why?
I like blonde guys and guys who takes care of themselves, and of course, no smoking.
No smoking?
No smoking. I don't like. Because not because I hate it, but I have an allergy when it comes to smoking cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have any guilty pleasures?
Excuse me?
You have any guilty pleasures?
Guilty pleasures,
Yeah.
like
Oh, walk a different direction. So loud. Yeah, they are setting something up in the park, so we have to find a strategic way to walk a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Celine had the good idea to do it in a coffee shop, but I just want to do it a little bit more dynamic. Okay, guilty pleasure. You have any guilty pleasure?
What do you mean?
Like something that you like to do, but it's maybe not so good for you. Like eating something or staying up late.
Oh yeah, guilty pleasure. I think it's like eating a lots of sweets
Yeah?
because I have a sweet tooth.
Ah,
And because I easily get fat actually.
I
That's
see.
why I try to cut it off sometimes, but I still eat sweets, but in moderation.
How tall are you?
I'm 169.
169.
centimeter. Yeah,
And how many kilograms?
like 60.
60 kilograms.
Mm.
And that's your ideal weight, or you want to be lighter or a bit heavier?
I want to keep it this way,
Yeah.
but I just want to at least remove my belly fat.
Remove your belly fat, yeah. It's interesting. I went to the Philippines once. I saw that the girls overall are a little bit more chubby, and I see also in Thailand that girls are getting a little bit more chubbier. Do you also notice this
Yeah,
difference?
I've noticed that difference, but here in Thailand, they are petite size. Girls are petite size.
What do you think looks nicer, like the Filipina girls or Thai girls?
I think, I want to take it subjectively, but
Uh-huh.
I think Filipino girls are way better than Thai girls.
Why?
Because we can speak English, not fluently, but at least we can communicate. We can understand. And at the same time, I think when it comes to caring, Filipinos are more caring.
Is it easy for you to make friends with Thai people?
Yeah, I think so too. Because
Yeah.
here I'm more. I mean, I'm more friendly with Thai people, other nationalities than those of my own fellow
Yeah.
countrymen.
What's
So
the reason
yeah,
for that, you think?
I think the reason for that is something I'm not proud of because there's a like Filipino characteristic where when you work overseas you feel like being entitled and some insecurities, and I don't like those kind of attitude. So I'd rather be friends with different nationalities. Like for example, guys that I ended up being friends with that I met through online.
Friends with benefits?
No, no,
What
not
do you
like
think
that.
about friends with benefits?
I think friends with benefits works well if both of you agreed on it. However, as time goes by, that friend could turn into something special. That's why if you agreed on something, you also have to control your emotions.
Because you told me when you were younger you hook up sometime, and did it ever happen that you really liked the guy but he just want to hook up and nothing more?
Yeah, it happens most of the time because, he's kind of attractive. Of course, I'm not gonna meet someone who I'm not attracted with. Even if there's a potential of having a relationship, but if one of you doesn't like it, then things wouldn't work out.
I see. And is it easy to find a good guy here in Bangkok, or do you see it differently, that guys just want to sleep around?
I think here in Bangkok, it's quite difficult.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, because I remember I met a guy recently, like 2 months ago. So I heard him said that guys comes here to Bangkok to fuck. I think most tourists or most guys who comes here in Asia, especially particularly here in Thailand, their mindset when it comes to coming here is, of course, to flirt with girls.
And maybe to meet up with ladyboys?
I think so too, because nowadays there are guys who still lives in their closet, who cannot fully open up when they are in their country. So when they come here for the sake of trying, they tend to do things on their own just to have someone that they want to try things with.
What do you think about that? Do you encourage that? Do you want to meet guys like that who want to try you out?
Actually, it depends on if I'm attracted to that guy, but most of the time when it comes to talking about that matter online, especially with guys online who tells me about that, I tell them upfront that come back to me after you tried it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I don't take it personally, but if you want to do it, then let's do it after you do it with some other people.
Is sex important for you in a relationship?
Of course.
Yeah?
I like it. I like it. Who doesn't like it?
Like-
Especially when you are very attracted to each other.
Like how many times a week? How many times a day?
A day if I'm not working, maybe 3.
Oh really?
Maybe 3, yeah. Yeah, I like
So
it.
you have
Why
a high
not?
libido.
Huh?
Okay, you have a high libido.
I think so too.
Yeah. Maybe a very personal question. Are you versatile or you are just one?
I'm a lady.
You're
so
just a lady.
Yeah, I'm a lady. So if you know what I mean.
Totally. Do you
Yeah.
feel offended by some guys who have like a weird fantasy or fetish that they want to have fulfilled by a ladyboy?
Actually,
Like they want to be topped or something like that? Like how do you feel about guys like that?
Actually, I don't take it personally, and I wouldn't blame them if that's their sexual preferences.
Yeah, disclaimer, I don't think it's weird actually. I just mean like guys who never tried before and they want to try it like a bucket list thing, like that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
So, you know, my opinion about it is that you can do whatever you want as long as the person that you're going to do it with is also okay with doing
Yeah.
it. Would both of you would feel the pleasure, and most importantly, you would feel comfortable doing things with each other.
Yeah, totally get it. I'm sorry for asking you all those questions. It's just that my viewers like to, you know, watch stuff like this. Something differently. What type of food do you eat in Thailand usually?
Type of food I eat
Yeah.
in Thailand, I like prawns.
Prawns.
Yeah, I like prawns, and I also like Thai beef noodles. I love it.
Tom Sepner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you eat Filipino food here in Thailand?
No, because Filipino restaurant here is quite expensive.
Is it?
So I'd rather cook, but I don't cook because I just live alone. So it makes me lazy to cook. It's more convenient if you would just go out and buy food. Foods are everywhere in Bangkok.
And what area of Bangkok do you stay?
I stay in the west side. It's in near BTS Bangwa.
So you're friends with Tupac? Oh, it's
Yeah.
a stupid joke. Is it okay to live there? Like, are you near to your school?
Actually not near to my school. I still have to drive like 30 minutes from my condo to my school.
Yeah. And what is your morning routine? So you wake up, you get some coffee, you do some
No,
yoga,
I
for
don't
example?
drink coffee.
No?
I don't drink coffee because, you know, I just don't like it because every time I drink coffee, I'm having like nervousness and palpitation.
Oh, really?
Because I'm not used to drinking coffee every time. So every time I drink coffee, I feel that way. And my morning routine is just get up and then drink my multivitamins.
Yeah. And it's the
then-
same routine every day?
Yeah, same routine every day. But on the weekends, what I do is sleep more a bit, then housework, then work out, then meet my friends, go some shopping malls, take photos,
Oh, you like to
drive
take photos?
anywhere.
And you told me you do TikTok since a little while?
Yeah, I do. I just signed up like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I would like to grow my channel. So help me guys grow my TikTok
Okay, I'll put
channel.
your Instagram in the description and also your TikTok so people can
Yeah.
find you there. So what do you do on TikTok? You dance or you do
I
something else?
dance, and I also put my travel videos, the places that I went.
Did you go to the Philippines recently?
No, I haven't. I haven't went home for like 2 years.
Do you miss
because
your
of
family?
Yeah, because of the COVID situation.
Yeah.
And restrictions.
But now that you're able to travel again, do you want to go back?
Well, I would like to, but I'm not going to stay there for like two weeks.
I understand.
think 2 weeks is longer.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
I think I would still be here in Thailand, and
Yeah.
I hope to get involved with, you know, more engagements on media, like advertisement, photo shoots, stuff
You,
like
you
that.
want to do some more stuff with that?
Yeah,
Yeah? Okay.
that's why I'm working on taking lots of photos on TikTok, social media platforms, to be known by other, you know, talent agents or talent companies.
Like you'd like to do like a commercials?
Yeah, I'm an ambitious lady, so why not?
Yeah, that's a good way of thinking. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for talking with me. A little bit
Sure.
freestyle walk and talk, but I think it turns out fine. A little bit in the shade. Okay, I'm gonna make some pictures for you. So yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.